You're on mute, Sherry. Classical work from home.
Yes, I am back. And then hi everyone and welcome back to Dev Show. And Rasmus, do you know which episode is this today?
You're trying me now. I
You,
can't
you
remember.
didn't count.
How many? Can't remember.
You can get a badger if you can.
35.
34. So close enough. Okay. So this is the 31st episode of Dev Show, and my name is Sherry, and I'm here today with my good colleague, Rasmus. And yeah, how are you doing, Rasmus, today?
I'm good. So, yeah, living the work from home life still. So, having kids. So if it's noisy in the background, sorry about that. I will mute when it's too noisy. How about yourself?
I am fine, and if you hear the dog barking, sorry about it. So it's a yeah, work from home. And yeah, we are back with a really good and fun episode. Game is it's about the Azure Percept, and I know that you all are here to see the demo that we have today. But before that, I need to remind you that we have a code of conduct here, which is not the hashtag DevShow, Rasmus. So yes, this is the URL for our code of conduct. And so I really recommend you all to familiarize yourself with that. But in short, we really want you to be mindful and respectful of each other. We want you to interact with each other, chat in the chat window, and you can also ask a question from our speaker by typing there. We are going to have a Q&A session later on where we are going to actually to highlight your question from our speaker. So, Goran, can you tell us that what are we going to learn today?
It's awesome today, Sherry. My name is Rasmus. So the speaker's name is Goran, but we will introduce Goran in a second. So yes, today it will be Perceptmobile. So the title is Obstacle Avoidance with Azure Percept, right? We have had a session with Azure Percept already, but this is more Percept. And I don't want to say too much, but we are going to play with Lego.
Oh, that's interesting, Rasmus. Okay, so before I say something wrong again, maybe we better to bring Goran on the stage. Hello, Goran.
How are you,
So
Goran?
with me on the stage, you will not say wrong things. Yeah, all good here, and you? It's nice to be back.
Yeah,
Welcome
yes,
back. It's awesome
welcome.
to see you here again.
Yes,
Thanks.
welcome back. And okay, so even though that many of the actually viewers out there they already know you, but we have a procedure as you know yourself. So
Yeah.
you are working at a Stratiteq in Malmö, just over the bridge.
Yeah.
Can you tell us that what exactly you do there?
I work as a technical manager, which means I work with our clients as solution architect, and I work on different internal and external events regarding our competencies and such.
Oh, okay, great to know that you're working on some other project apart from the project that I bring for you. So
Yeah, and you say that you do a lot for the community as well, such as you're writing tech blog posts, you're organizing events, you're holding talks like today. But is there any recent things that you want to highlight for the audience, or any upcoming things that you want to say?
Well, the most recent one was this thing I will talk about today. But yeah, we have interesting hackathon going on at the moment, like almost over, waiting for submissions. It's AI for Healthcare hackathon, and it was over 3 weeks. So we expect to see some really cool solutions in healthcare. Stratiteq is doing that in cooperation with Microsoft.
Yes, great. I am personally looking forward to see the outcome of this this hackathon.
Yeah, sure.
But I know that you have a thing with disassembling everything. Maybe you can elaborate a little bit.
Disassembling. I have to see how stuff works, and that was from the early days. As my parents bought me something, then I had to disassemble to see all the spinning parts, how it worked, and I guess it went on through the life to just be my kind of way of doing things. So yeah.
Do you remember what was the very first thing that you disassembled? Because I clearly remember.
I remember there was a lot of yelling because of some big truck. I don't remember how it looked like, but kind of remember some pieces later on.
Mine was actually a camera that that my father got it from his father or grandfather or something like that. It was one of those old ones that you take a picture, it go up. And I totally disassembled and ruined it. And I remember the yelling. That's why I totally remember.
And it never worked again.
No,
We had to learn somehow.
I'm not sure
Okay.
if I learned anything out of it, but yeah, what was I guess
It's
I
always
really
good to be curious. Always good to be curious,
For
right?
sure.
So you're also a gamer. Which games do you play? And do you have any cheats for me and the audience?
The games, World of Warcraft is the only game you need out there. So, why to play anything else? But yeah, I don't know. Been playing Civilization last few months a bit also, but don't put much time in it. So yeah,
great.
Awesome.
So it was nice getting to know even more about you. I guess I believe that we can actually start. So stage
I
is
can
yours.
share my screen since I got few slides.
Yes.
It should pop up now.
Yes.
And then we could maybe switch to the put the other screen on. So what we going to talk about today is this project Perceptmobile, and something that I assembled recently from Lego Boost and Azure Percept, and the whole project got some really nice attention. So I'm here to share the learnings and actually to tell you how fun it was, because it was really nice thing to try out, and it is super easy to assemble that. You heard few things about me. Yeah, work as technical manager here for Stratiteq in Malmö, Sweden, originally from Croatia. I'm Microsoft AI MVP. Been working 15 more years in IT industry. So Azure Percept is one really nice device, consists of those three pieces. I think if you order it now, that you get first two like in the package. So you can also see it here. It's the IoT on the edge device that has a camera called Azure AI, and this is the ear. At least that's how it initially was called. This one is array of microphones, 4 microphones device, so you can use it for different audio detection and camera for the visual detection. I'll show you how it works. It's basically plug and play and super simple to mess around with. I'm really impressed with it. So, story about Perceptmobile, I just wanted to try out, okay, how this thing would work with obstacle avoidance. And easiest thing for me was to put some Legos together and to build this. And why Perceptmobile? I don't know. My friend Batman Lego minifigures said it's more cool than Batmobile, so I gave it that name. I posted the original post on Huckster.io community, and it got really quickly featured over there. And I've seen them posting this picture on the Instagram, and it got over 800 likes, which I never in my life, I think altogether on Instagram, got so many likes for some pictures. So I guess I posted it to the right community to be visible, and they liked something about it. So that's the quick story. And yeah, project got some attention, and I decided to share some learnings and to show you how easy it is actually to build this thing. So how it started with Lego Boost. When you buy a Lego Boost package, you can assemble like 4 those basic models. You have some cat, guitar, some machine, and this car that goes around and has this kind of fork in front that can lift stuff and things. So basically, I assembled this car without this top part, so without this part over here, and adjusted it a bit so Percept fits on top of it, and placed the camera on top, and that was basically my my car from Lego Boost. You can follow it, yeah, easy those instructions and do it in 30 minutes. I would show you live how to do it, but I guess it would be fun for me to assemble some Legos for 30 minutes, but not fun for you to watch. So just follow instructions, you will get exactly what you need. And this is how it looked like, right? Without that front part. It has wheels on side, and over here this white thing, that is the Lego Smart Brick, and the green button over here is used to turn on the Bluetooth, and over here you have one small light that will indicate, like will blink when it's trying to connect, or yeah, could change to different colors, showing some information. So this is how it was assembled, and you can see it over here. You can stop sharing that first screen of mine. So you can see it here. It's yeah, fun little car that Azure Percept can sit on top of it. Let me just unplug it to show you how that looks. So it just sits here on top of it, and then you need to put the camera on over here, and that's how it is fixed. You can add some additional like things to make it sit better on top of it if you find it necessarily. But for my use case, it was not needed. Also, in the Lego package, Lego Boost package, comes the small cones that you could assemble, right? You get 3 of them, and this is what I decided to use for the object detection, and to avoid these cones with the car. So idea is basically Percept sits on top with the camera, detects where it goes, and once it detects this cone, it turns on side and continue in that direction until it sees another cone, right? So getting to my second screen, if you can bring that on the screen now, please. Yeah. This is the blog post that I published on Huckster and explained how it works. So beside Azure Percept itself and Lego Boost, there is nothing else used in the project. No additional things needed, and you do everything, of course, with Azure. And over here, I described the same thing that I just showed you, the small car, how I made that, and I went through all the other steps and how I trained the model. In order to train the model, you can easily use the custom vision. And over here, I opened it up where you can see that I have around 100 pictures of those small cones that I showed you, right? So I took the picture of the cones, added them over here, and went through those pictures to manually tag them. This is probably the longest part of the project, when you need to go into each picture and select where the cone is. Nice thing about the custom vision is that you have this option, suggest objects. So it will try to figure out where the cone is placed, so you can easily adjust that. And just by hitting the train, it will train the model, and you can immediately try it out. The way you try out your train model on the Percept is that you need to go into Azure, into Percept Studio. And over here in the studio, you can see devices. If I click on devices, it should show my Percept, which I disconnected at the moment, but it's over here. And for that, for that device, you have option vision and speech, and depends on the need what you are developing. If you're using camera, you will use vision. Otherwise, with that audio array, you will use speech. And over here, you have option deploy a custom vision projects. So you can click deploy and select the project and get your project to device. Immediately, device will start detecting through the camera your cones, right? So it will start detecting and it will send telemetry to the cloud. This is something that you can see in the device stream, but you want to access it via the code, right? So you want to get this data to be able to do something with it. So in order to do that, I use the NodeJS, and there is one really nice quick start from Microsoft that is for how to get device telemetry. And what you need to do is to get the simple Node.js project currently packed over here. And over here, you can find several samples, those quick starts, and you can easily figure out how to do it. I'm showing you the code. Just a second, try to make it bigger. Looks like there is a lot, but if we remove those comments, there are only few lines. So what you need to do is you need to run npm install to install the packages, and you need to add the 3 values into your code. You need to enter the compatible endpoint, name, and primary key. Those 3 values you can get as explained over here. Here you, in example, you have full explanation how to create the hub and such. But you also have, let me go to my blog post because I highlighted over there. You can in Azure CLI enter the comment like this. The EOT hub show query properties endpoint name, which means that in the Azure CLI, you can open it over here. You can run this command and get the required values. It takes few seconds to connect it over there. So this is my hub name, and when I run that, it will show me the required value. All 3 values are entered over here. And when you start this Node.js application, basically what it does, it just reads the telemetry, and it will print the message or it will print the error, basically. And in printing message function, what we have is that it's writing out the telemetry received and which telemetry was read from the cloud. So your Percept with the camera is sending this telemetry, and you are getting it into the you're reading that locally. And over here you will see some values like width, height, position, x, y, what label it is. You can see label cone. That's the label we've put over here, right? Those are our cones that we are detecting. And you also see the confidence over here is 51% at that point when I took that, and sends you the timestamp. So basically, this does nothing more than actually logs the values, and you want to expose this to make a small backend out of it. And there is a really nice npm package called Express. And Express allows you to set up your backend locally. So you can read. You can later on read those values from the frontend. At this point, I would like to say there are different ways how you could approach it. But because of the Lego Boost application, I decided to go this way to make it as simple as possible. I modified that print message function, and I made like a small detection in the messages where I go through detections and then check, okay, is it labeled with cone, and is the confidence higher than 40% that actually cone is detected? Then I set this variable to yes, otherwise it is no. And with the Express, you are setting up the port, like where this will be displayed. You should not use port 3000 because that's where your front end will be running. And you can you can send this variable over there. If you want to extend this in some way, you could make a JSON out of it, right? But to keep it as simple as possible, I'm just showing yes and no for this value. So getting to the front-end application, for that thing, I decided to use Lego Boost browser. If you ever try to work with Lego Smart Bricks, before this Lego Boost, there was Eve 3, which was a bit easier to hack. And when this boost came out, people spent a lot of time trying to hack it. And then Lego released some official documentation, which is really hard to understand and takes a lot of time to set something up. So thanks to some great people out there who created different kind of libraries for this to make your life easier. And what is nice about this one, Lego Boost in browser, is that it uses Web Bluetooth API to communicate with the Lego Boost, which is great, and makes it super simple for your browser to connect. So when you install this app and when you run it locally, it will look like this, open on your port 3000, because you are using the over there. We said we will use the different port. Looks like this, and you are able to connect to your Lego Boost via the browser, which means that over here I can turn on the thing. Maybe you can see that it's blinking now. I will click connect, and Lego Move Hub pair. Nope. Blinking again. Okay, it's paired. Status is it is currently on. Yeah, light is not really. It's white white light over here. It's not really fully visible. So what is nice about this application, and why I picked it, it offers you some nice tools like manual control. You can immediately start doing something with it, but it also offers you the option of code editor. And basically in this code editor, you can do different things. So just to show you, let me comment some stuff out. Maybe like this to make it simple. We have now this application. We have the web Bluetooth connected to our device, and in the code editor here we can put different commands like okay, we will say our boost drive, and then we will say okay, drive some value 20 true. So once we execute it, it's there, right? When I click, it will drive for the value 20. It's not 20. It's not 2 seconds. It's the like measuring some kind of distance. And what we do over here in the in the code is we have our backend values, like is something detected or not in the Node.js. So from our front-end application, we want to get this value from our local host. And then with our response, we check if the data, if of course status is okay. If the data is yes, we can perform some action like drive forward or drive in some direction. And if data is no, perform something else. Actually, I just have else. So we are detecting yes. Yes will pop up if there is a cone in front of camera. So if cone is detected in front of camera, our small backend will put the value yes. So if value is yes, cone is detected. All we need to do is exactly this, to make a boost turn for the specific time. So you can define that it will turn, for example, for 30 degrees or something like that. Depends how you want to do it. So you have option turn, like, okay, if you go to the obstacle, detect it, then turn. It will turn on only one motor. It will basically turn in spot, and you continue in the other direction. Or you could, for example, use the lights. That's the example I have over here. So you could say, okay, Lego boost, set it to red. We said we were not able to see it earlier. So if I place it somewhere near the camera and click execute, is it visible? Yeah, a bit. It is red. You can see it here. It's kind of hard. Easier to do it live. Basically, yeah. So what is happening is that you have camera. Put the cone in front. If the cone is in front, it will do detection, send our telemetry. With telemetry, we check, okay, did we receive some result? Is that result over, I don't know, 50, 60%, depends how accurate your model is. If it is, our backend will set the value, and then you can read the value from this boost code, and via the web Bluetooth control the boost itself. So how it looked like, if we can get my first screen, just a second. I need to share. Sorry, my second screen. I'll put it over there. Just give me a second. Percept. So this is how it looked in the end. You can see the Lego Boost base here. Percept is sitting on top. Camera is slightly angled forward. Basically, you have this small thing which you can turn it in different positions. So it's set like this to be able to follow what's happening in front of this vehicle. And as it moves forward, at some point, it detects those cones, send the telemetry to the cloud, right? And in that moment, we are reading that telemetry, and our boost is sending, okay, turn by certain number of degrees on the side. You can see this from the other angle, that it's approaching cones, then it stopped, slowly turning the motors. And also you can see one nice thing here, as it's turning motors, it is moving one motor backward, one forward. So to gain the stay in the spot, right? And over here you can see test like green and red. Once I put the cone in front, the LED turns red. When I remove it, it turns green. That's the example that I showed also in the blog post over here, like using the LEDs. So I would love to show you everything real, but for that we need some kind of room stage, not doing it online and on my table over here. I hope it was fun. I don't know what questions do we have at the moment. Do we have some? Hello, Sherry, you need to unmute.
Hello. Yes, I unmuted myself. Yes. So, yeah, it was actually pretty cool. The whole demo and project.
Thanks.
I don't see any questions out there. So, I mean, you still have time. Håkan has a question. How can you get the Azure Percept? Yes.
It's possible to order it.
Yes, a pre-order it is possible.
Yeah, maybe I can paste the link in somewhere. Azure Percept. If you check it over here, Azure Percept Development Kit, it is available for purchase at the Microsoft Store, and I guess you need to enter some info over there to proceed.
Yeah, can you paste that link also in the chat, please?
Oh, it's my other. Hold on. There was limited amount of the like Microsoft had this preview program, and the company I work for was invited to that Percept program. That's how I got the device earlier. Had opportunity to try it out. Post here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also have some.
So Håkan actually have one more question. So did you use cognitive services in this example, but is it also possible to run your own ML algorithms through Azure Machine Learning? Or how would you do that if it's possible?
Yes, I used the cognitive services because it was quick and simple. Like I said earlier, I used the custom vision, and longest thing in the whole process of the making, if we take out the building actually car from Legos, it was taking pictures and tagging them, because I had around 100 pictures, and so it was super simple. Like Azure Percept is basically plug and play. You do small setup and get it to the cloud, and then with in the studio, like Azure Percept Studio, you can automatically you can see like there is like a small tutorial. Are you new to AI models? Like there are some samples applications, and there are of course advanced tools. So yeah, going from basic to more advanced. Then you can do like a simple applications like people counting, vision on the edge. You can try out those different tutorials like use speech voice assistant, and there is a bunch of other advanced tools where we go into Azure machine learning, which is question about, and then you can do more complicated stuff. I haven't tried to do something with it. Had some other ideas regarding making one blog post for the ear, so-called ear, right? This microphone array. That's hopefully I'll have another weekend fun project to set that up. Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
By the way, in the follow-up email, we are also going to send a little bit more kind of that links to all the resources. We have a lot of documents on actually docs.microsoft.com. We are going to send them to you as well. So anyone else out there has a question for Goran, or maybe I have one actually. What is your next project?
Yeah, something with this microphone array. I need to figure it out.
Yes.
So
So you still don't know what it's going to be.
Yeah,
it's a secret, Sherry.
It's not a secret. You just need to shape it into something fun. Because with this microphone, you can do the speech, but you can also do detection where it's coming from and such. So some placement, some detection in a space would be probably fun. Need to figure out how to set up my Legos around it.
Yeah, you can maybe you can say that, okay, car, come to me, and then it can.
Yeah, that could work, and it could also detect me and drive forward. So would require small modifications, but most of things are shown over here today.
Great. We have one more question from Håkan. How is security handled so that no one can interfere with the data or intercept the data? Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I'm not security expert, I'll say immediately, but it's super secure and wouldn't be released if it was not. Like all the cloud services, security is at the high level, right? So I believe like if there are anything specific regarding security, I would need to check the docs to reply actually to that. Yeah.
Håkan also says, thank you for the great session.
Thank you for joining. It was great to demonstrate it. Yeah.
Yes, great. So you're also co-organizer of the what do you call it, the Maker Show.
Yeah. Together with Sherry.
Together with Sherry.
And you know, Rasmus, what's the most fun over there? When we start the Maker Show, Sherry is usually opening like, "Welcome to their show."
At least she's not saying, what's up, Rasmus? How's it going?
Yeah. So idea with Maker Show is basically that we showcase projects built by a community that can inspire others to build similar projects, and mostly focusing this on IoT and AI stuff. this would be a candidate for that show, which runs basically in the same format. But since I cannot host and the whole session, I visited you over here, right? But yeah, it would be. It's we had some really interesting projects over there, so we'll try to continue. If this inspired you to build something, please join Dev Show or Maker Show. Will be fun. It's always great to see what community is doing and building.
I'm actually going to paste the link in the chat, because all of the recordings of the previous talks are on our YouTube channel. You can actually join there and then subscribe to that YouTube channel as well. And then the thing is that on that channel that I'm sending, yeah, you should all have it on the chat. So there are multiple different events going on there, and all the recordings are there. Contributing.today is there, the Maker Show is there, Dev Show is there, and few other community events. So that's a great place to actually to have it on your radar. And the next Maker Show, we have a date, which is going to be, for the first time, it is not going to be a Wednesday, but it is going to be a Thursday. So it's going to be on the June 10th. So we are going to announce it on our meetup page. So stay tuned. Let me just find it. Can you actually highlight the meetup page, Osmus, on the page?
Definitely. 1 second.
Yeah. So while Osmus is finding the link, I am adding the outro. Yeah, thank you, Cosmos. As all of you know, that at the end of these sessions, you normally can get an Azure Heroes Learner Badge. And to do that, you can scan this QR code and get your Learner Badge for today's session. And one new thing that it happened to these badges in your digital wallet. Now you can also see the session of the event that you get these badges from. So for this one, is going to tell you that the event name was a dev show and Perceptmobile one. So it's going to stay there forever, Goran, your project, which is pretty good. And if you're not familiar with the Azure Heroes, they are the token of appreciation from Microsoft to the developer community. They are NFT token. And no worries, they are not based on Ethereum, so they are green. So by getting that, you are not going to kill the planet, which I'm happy. And then we have multiple different badges apart from the learner badge, and you can see them all on aka.ms/azure.heroes. And one of them is actually the Maker badge, which Goran, you are going to receive one from me and Rasmus. And as a thank you for this really cool project that you have. And you can go to this URL and see all the badges, and then you can nominate yourself or a community friend or a colleague for the different badges. And if you check the hashtag, you can actually see that what community is talking about the Azure Heroes.
So also important, we want to improve, and as this was the 34th episode of Dev Show, we are striving to do at least the double of this number and even more. So this is your show. Make sure to give us your feedback. You can do it either via scanning this QR code. It will take you to a Microsoft form, and there you can put in both the information that you asked for, but also free text where you can actually say, I would like to see this session or about this topic, or if you even want to speak at Dev Show, please also put it in there, because we would like the community to contribute to the Dev Show as well. If you don't like Microsoft Form, you can also just reach out to Sherry or myself, or put your feedback into the chat. And if you have specific feedback to Goran, also put it in. We will share it with him without filter.
Yes, and also each week we are actually choosing one of you that you give the feedback, and then you get a small kind of that thank you present from us as well. Because as Rasmus said that, yes, as Rasmus said that we want to improve. And actually, I remember one thing that I never mentioned it before. When you get these Azure Heroes badges, you will have it in your digital wallet. Hopefully, the day that it comes, that we get back to the normal, and then we have an actual in-person event, you can come to the Microsoft booth and exchange them with some special swag as well. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you can also get one of these. So just saying. So yeah,
Oh, this
maybe
guy.
I'm with a plushie, yeah, as well. So yes. So and as for the upcoming events, are we going to have a session next week, Rasmus?
No, we are
No?
not.
Yeah,
We're not.
we are skipping next week.
We're skipping next week. We are going on vacation. The sun is going to shine next week, so it will be the summer badger for Sherry and myself.
Yeah, that's true. How about the week after?
No, because that's built, right?
Yes, that is true. So we are skipping the build, even though that we know that you are going to choose us over the build. I'm just joking. So we really hope you all registered there and join the different sessions on build. We are also going to do that, and then we are going back on June 1st.
June
Yes.
1st, right?
Yes, June 1st. We are going to be back, and we the sessions that we announced there right now is on June 8th and June 22, which are going to be focused on Java. So if you're interested in Java, or have any of your friends or colleagues that you're interested in that, let them to join that one. And on May 26th, we have actually a session which we have the speaker also here, Goran. So so we had this climate hackathon on March 22nd and 26th. There were a lot of really cool projects out of that. And the winners of this hackathon, they are going to join us on this session, which is on together with Microsoft Reactor, and we are going to interview them, and also they're going to highlight their project. I really recommend you to join this session. Since this is a session that is actually right now, you show that you're interested in AI and IoT, and many of the outcome of these projects, they are in the same as kind of that same type of project, same stack. So yes, I really hope to see you all there. And this was the session for today. And yes, so see you all on June 1st. And yeah, stay tuned. Thank you very much, Goran, for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Yeah.
Yeah. Bye bye.
Take care, all. See you.
Bye.
Bye.